Hi guys, it's Vita here from Ukraine, specially live streaming for you from Sumy, and welcome for today 1 hour live stream. So today topic is the continuation of yesterday topic, secrets of Ukrainian women, what every man should know. And guys, we start our topic today. I decided to create kind of, series. On Friday was the first, on yesterday was another one. Oh, not yesterday, today will be like part two. And tomorrow we continue almost the same topic about psychological secrets of Ukrainian women. So today we talk a little bit different. And yes, tomorrow you asked me yesterday actually to make kind of topic about how to understand if your lady is pissed off. So this topic we're gonna discuss tomorrow, okay? And today I will open you some psychological secrets as I see this of Ukrainian women. For your better understanding why we are such types of women, how you should deal with that, and what actually to expect from us. And yeah, I want to start with the fact that we Ukrainian women are absolutely very emotional. For a woman, emotions are more important than for a man, and it's a well known fact. And this is evident even when communicating via messengers. Remember, we discussed that many times. I'm absolutely for texting and messaging with your Ukrainian lady. I don't know how it works with Western girls, probably not, but Ukrainian women always will be for texting and messaging during the day, no matter how much you are busy, no matter what is the time of the day, but still we will be expecting this constant communication we really need. So girls, Ukrainian girls, love punctuation marks and all kinds of emojis, which cannot be said about most representatives of the stronger sex, you men, who actually prefer strict brevity. Often with quality is the reason why a guy falls in love with a girl, but later emotional behavior a la to love is to kill begins to confuse a man. In this case, you should try to distract your loved one or simply not react to another emotional outburst. We like to communicate with friends, and you should accept this. You should remember this. We have absolutely different stereotypes and models of communication. I know that Western European American people, it's not like they're not friendly, but you have some distance, some time frames, some restrictions and limitations. So you are all busy all the time, and I know that you don't have too much time to meet your friends, to communicate with them, and not everybody can text you or call you, let's say after 8 p.m. I know, especially like in Germany, I have this experience. If you want to tell something to the person or ask something after 7 or 8 p.m., probably you'll never can get an answer. Ukrainian ladies are absolutely different. We constantly, if we are not sleeping, okay, we are ready to text, to send voice messages, to call, to talk while doing something, even with the loudspeaker or earphones. So that's very typical for us. And actually, we need these friends, and you should accept the circle of people she's communicating this. And I will explain you why. You guys like to call them unpleasant girls. I mean, about friends, because they actually distract your attention from you personally, right? Sometimes it seems to you that they spend with their friends much more time than with you. And sometimes, I don't know how it's about you, but Ukrainian guys, sorry, it's cancellation of Suren, but Ukrainian guys very often absolutely jealousy about friends, because they think they can be spoiled by these friends, they can be motivated for wrong actions or for some, things, decision for which probably the girl won't be ready to do by herself. Then she needs kind of prompters, kind of assistance. But That's very typical for us, for Ukrainian women, girls, and you should be ready for this. So, these unpleasant girls with whom the beloved can spend hours and not even answer calls, sometime if you call, actually provide a man with a great service. In view of what has been said about the emotionality of women, it is worth nothing their emotional stability. Only a woman is able to painlessly accept the entire barrage of negativity or excessive positivity from another woman. The man will break under this load. That's famous fact. In this case, girlfriends serve as a kind of lightning rod that preserves the nervous system of both partners and accordingly the relationship. So the woman can release with friends, even sometimes if she's angry or pissed off at you. If she talk to a proper friend, she can be either relaxed either or maybe even sometimes more aggressive, because that depends on how wise is her friends and what kind of advice they gonna give her. If the friend is wise, she can calm her down, explain the situation, and maybe even tell that she's not right, she need to say sorry, or she need to forgive you. That depends. But if her friend doesn't like you, for example, or has wrong mindset, that can be kind of enemy against you. But these saviors should be pampered and nurtured, not chased out of the house. We Ukrainian women want to be sure of your love. A rite and even a ceremony, this is what should be called the daily confirmation of the fact of the presence of love in a couple. For a girl, the cherished three words, I love you, have a sacred meaning at the moment of their first announcement, wedding, etc. You will have to deviate from the laws of strict male logic and say this cherished phrase of your beloved more often. Even if you don't like to tell these words very often, believe we really need that. Later, I will give you some funny example, and even me, not typical Ukrainian woman, really also involved in this not gay but very fun. You will understand later what I'm talking about. Accepting compliments. The logic here is practically the same as in the previous case, and from a young age, a woman is instilled with the idea of the importance and even primacy of the external image. Women's self-esteem depends much more on the opinion of others than men's. Often guys don't evaluate their own appearance, critically until they notice the fact of baldness and weight gain. But a woman's self esteem can change to the opposite, absolutely, even within one day. So compliments should be made both when getting acquainted and even when married. So when the lady is fully yours, totally yours, you're absolutely sure this is your person, don't feel so much confident and don't relax. I mean, in the meaning of developing, keep developing relationship. So she will still need all the time these compliments and words, I love you, as assurance of your real feeling. But you need to be very careful with compliments as well, because one wrong word is enough for a girl to stop talking to a man for a long time. You remember, guys, I gave you even my own example. You look so beautiful today, or you look so nice as never before. And then, what a normal, I wouldn't say woman here, what a normal person would think and would do. Oh, great. It's such a great compliment. Normally, you must say, oh, thank you. Very pleasant to hear. Oh, I was trying my best to please you, blah, blah, blah. But some women can interpret this in absolutely opposite meaning. You remember I explained to you about myself. Today I look the most beautifully. Then it means yesterday when you said me compliment, I wasn't so nice. So you lied yesterday to me, or I'm not so beautiful for you for always. So some compliments can be really tricky. And guys, it's a home task for you to learn this, to understand this, and actually, to use proper compliments, thinking a little bit ahead, like about the compliment I explained you. So here it is necessary to maintain a balance between frank flattery and the mother truth. You can accidentally say nice words that sound worse than any insult. I will give you my personal example, and I think it's very funny. And we keep remembering this with my husband. So when I was pregnant, of course, all pregnant women, they are not in their best view. And it was just maybe like 2 weeks before I was ready to give birth to my second child, my younger daughter. And of course, I gained weight. And of course, I was swollen because I wasn't so young. I was around 40, by the way, when I got my second child. And actually, I didn't look nice. Okay, that's true. So I look in the mirror and I realize that I'm not nice. I'm not sexy. I'm not attractive because I'm fat, round, and swollen face and all these things, which accompany usually a pregnant woman. So what I decided, I'm tired to be not nice, and I decided to make a makeup. And I remember the date was early morning. I was going to go to hospital for some check or control, and I made a makeup, my usual style of makeup, my ordinary makeup, nothing special or too much or too bright. No, just as always. And you know what? When I came out of bathroom and my husband was doing something and I stand like this, and I said, "So, how I am now?" And when he looked at me, it was exactly right man's answer. You know what? It's better you didn't do makeup. Oh my God. Because, all that swollen, big, round face with the makeup, I even, underlined all the disadvantages and all, all these swollen features. So makeup made it even more obvious. So actually, I wanted to look much more beautiful, but I did it worse. I make it to look much worse. And we remember that. And then I went to bathroom back. I was, of course, offended. Absolutely. He understood that he said something really wrong. And he said, "Oh my God, sorry. I didn't mean that. But I mean, you look nice without makeup. That's fine. So it's nice that you have desire, and the inspiration to make some makeup, but it was too late. Godness, I was offended like severely. But when I look into the mirror and I really saw that makeup was really extra, and I really didn't need to do that because that just was, it made all disadvantages more obvious. So be careful with such compliments and with such things, practically innocent phrases, but they can be dramatic, in your relationship. The next point, sometimes, guys, we don't want. Many anecdotes and television jokes here in Ukraine are based on the reluctance of the fair gender to perform marital duty. My head hurts, or I have a headache, right? The children are sleeping, or I am nervous, or I had a stress, or whatever. And 1,001 other female excuses. Men don't understand or don't want to understand such behavior. We all know that. Although they themselves often sin with this. That's true. So you shouldn't be offended at the lady in this case. It is better to think whether she really doesn't want intimacy for objective reasons or she lacks something, perhaps romance. So, of course, if you see your lady 5 minutes ago was jumping and flying around the house, was ready to do something, and she was fine, and then suddenly she said, "I have a headache," then probably yes. But you also should analyze the day, how the day was. Was it too busy? Or she was laying on the sofa watching soap operas for the whole day? Or she had some meeting with her friends, so actually relaxing day. Uh, you need to calculate, to analyze what happened during the day. Maybe she was busy going shopping, doing home tasks with kids, cleaning house, cooking a lot, working in the garden, had a really stressful day at the work, and she explained you this when she comes back. So you need to understand, women really need motivation to have sex, intimacy. It's not working with women like it works with men. You guys absolutely different, and you mostly live with instincts, right? And physiology is absolutely different. For women, we need absolutely different strategy. We cannot just want, like, yeah, we can at the beginning probably, and if you are perfect lover, sometimes we can at the beginning of relationship when the passion is, burning and hot, everything around the whole atmosphere. But of course, routine kills this passion. And of course, if the woman is tired or sick or have some belly pain or headache, that's absolutely possible. We all are people. So that's possible. So that's why please be patient, but you should notice if day by day the situation continuing to be the same. Today is a headache, tomorrow belly pain, next day kids sleeping or whatever. So then it should be suspicious to you, and you need to analyze or maybe even talk to your lady why the situation keep repeating. What's wrong? Maybe she doesn't want you, maybe your sex strategy is not the best, maybe she's not getting her satisfaction, maybe she's offended, or who knows, million reasons can be for that scenario. So be careful with that. Okay, women's libido is triggered a little differently than men's. It is important for ladies, to feel real passion, emotions, and not simple routine satisfaction or physiological needs. I want you to understand that's not necessarily, and we all understand, we are all people here, that you mustn't do romantic evenings every day. Of course, you don't need to open the bottle of some expensive red wine, to light the candles, to switch on slow music, to make some dimmered light or something like that. Of course, in real life, nobody will keep doing that. Sometimes, yeah, for special occasion, for special mood, after some maybe break in your relationship, or maybe you were on the business trip, or she went to visit her parents, maybe to her motherland, and then she comes back. So of course some special occasions, but to do that every day, everybody understand we are not idiots, that's impossible and actually no need. But still, whenever you guys sometimes, I don't know about you foreign guys, but Ukrainian guys have this scene, really sometimes using woman as a doll, let's say with simple words, ordinary words, as a doll, just to satisfy their physiological biological needs. And of course man doesn't need this turning on excitement sometimes, in most cases, right? So like ordinary situation. But women, they are different in this way. And it's not even about special romantic atmosphere in the bedroom, but it's about general atmosphere in the house, about general mood, about general connection between you and her, and about specifically this day to day. So sometimes in the daytime, when you're not so tired, not so busy, you're relaxed, you think that, oh, would be nice to have something in the evening. Okay. So, but by the evening, sometimes probably you are so much tired, and to say no, we all understand, we women understand, by telling you no we offend you. We also afraid to offend you because we all know how sensitive men are to get rejection in bed, right? And that can create some complexes, some offenses, some aggressivity, nervousness between couple. So that's all understandable. So Ukrainian women sometimes victimize their own pleasure and satisfaction, just in behalf of your keeping your man's ego on a specific level. You understand what I mean, right? So sometimes Ukrainian women prefer to say yes, or to give you, as we call that in Ukrainian or Russian language, to give you something, that you just be satisfied, calm down, relax, and let her abandon her in peace, But 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 we all understand, if the lady doesn't want today, let's say today, tomorrow, Maybe some reasons, maybe some stressful situation, maybe no money, maybe the child is very sick, maybe you're losing your job, she's nervous and worrying, and her head is constantly thinking about such things. Of course, she is not thinking about sex. That's like the same like here when we have war. Do you think that first month under bombing people really were thinking about sex? It's a constant stress 24/7, and the biggest instinct is to survive, not to reproduct. So be attentive about that, be patient and try to analyze. And by telling you actually yes, or by giving you should see by her further reactions, body language, and all the rest signs, about women's psychology, physiology. Sorry, you are all guys here. You know how to understand, to differentiate imitation or true emotions, right? I don't need to explain you where she's passionate really, or when she's just fulfilling her marital duty, as I said. So if it's continuing one time, two time, three time, four time, then you can understand that probably something is wrong, and maybe she just doesn't want to offend you, and just you know you understand. So we continue to be under protection. That actually the basic instinct of every woman, like behind a stone wall. This expression best describes the expectations of a woman from her beloved man. And girls are really the weaker sex. Yes, they are physically and emotionally more durable than men. This is the biological meaning of procreation. However, a man has long been a breadwinner and protector of the family. He always thinks more soberly and makes well considered decisions. In a couple, both complement each other, so women intuitively look for a protector in men who can provide a reliable and safe existence. And it's not only about material wealth, but also about physical and psychological contact, non-verbal gestures which carry the signal: I'm here next to you, I won't go anywhere, I love you, and I won't trade you for anyone. The next point: surprising a man with a new image. Oh, that is really funny point. For women, their own appearance is very important. As you know, the endless pursuit of an ideal is connected with a usual desire to conform to fashion standards, one's own mood, one's beloved man. For this reason, even the most conservative nature's person sometimes decide to experiment with appearance. And if at this moment the girl feels that her lover didn't appreciate her new fairy red hair, for example, if yesterday she was blonde, then there will be trouble. Even if the new image doesn't suit the girl very well, you should not state it directly so as not to offend. It's better sometimes even to lie. To flatter is a lie for good. Eventually, she will understand everything herself and change it for the better. Really, I had a lot of examples from my own experience when I change the color or make another makeup or choose some dress, which actually really probably doesn't suit me well, doesn't fit my figure, my features. So, and I ask sometimes my husband how I look like, and then ta-da! No. And sometimes he is man, always a man, so of course he doesn't have this women's psychology. He cannot give me a compliment or remark as a woman, so he's doing that as he can, as a man. And of course sometimes that sounds really offensive. When I start to get offended, what he tells me, he tells, okay, I just you do, don't you want me to lie to you? I don't want you to look stupid when you go outside, or we will be in company going to some party or to visit our friends or something. I wish you the best because I want you to look the best, and that's why. But I say you should choose more soft way to tell me, like not bad, But when you were blonde, for example, I like it probably more. Or maybe I need just time to get used to this because that's so unexpected to me. And we are men, we like stability. So now it seems to me like I have another woman in my house, like be a little bit tricky about something. And slowly, of course, if that really doesn't suit her, she will understand that with time because maybe her friends, maybe her mom will tell her about that, but in a different way. So be careful if you really don't like something and you want to tell this, just make it in a soft way. Don't be, direct as a man, like, oh my God, you look awful today. So please, women actually doesn't need such criticism from her husband, as it will lower her self-esteem and spoil her mood. And be ready, you will get some feedback. She will be maybe aggressive, angry, and that will influence her mood for sure. So, how does the girl relate to relatives and other people? Strong and psychologically healthy relationship in the girl's family contribute to the fact that peace and harmony will reign in her future family. That's a fact. If a girl speaks of her relatives with kindness and warmth, then in a relationship with you, she will respect and appreciate you as a partner, love sincerely and tenderly. When a girl talks only bad things about loved ones, complains about them, and constantly lies, takes, as we call that in our language, takes the trash out of the house, then the relationship will be the same. So be ready for that. If at the beginning of relationship you're just hearing constant complaints and explanations why her ex was bad, or telling some bad, dirty stories about your relatives. So you don't hear positive things, but you hear only negative things. You should transfer this situation, project this situation on you in the future if something goes wrong. So be attentive about these points. Here, the main thing is to understand the woman, what drives her, to try to talk about all these points. And if the girl categorically refuses to change her point of view, there will be no peace in the future family with you. The partner will sooner or later come under fire. So it is also important how a woman communicates with other people. You remember, I told you also many times how she talks to taxi driver, to shop assistant, to reception girl, to the waitress in the restaurant. That is absolutely critically important because by talking to people in a rude way because of their lower social position, it should tell you really a lot about her psychological type, and you should be very careful with such ladies if she show her priority over other people, especially like cleaners, servants, some people whom she think maybe lower position than she is. And if she is condescending and disdainful, laughs at someone's appearance, judging, explaining you, look like how funny she is, like, oh my God, how fat she is, or what a stupid dress she put on her today, did she ever look in the mirror, oh my God. So all this, so she is making rude comments to people around her. So such a girl will be a good match for the same rude and narcissistic character man. Kindness and friendliness to people, regardless of their status and position in society, this is what causes sincere respect. Please let it be sounding for you not so less important than it really is, when it really is. Sometimes really people like to show disrespect, like we call that to show the right place for you. So please pay attention to such things because you will understand what destiny you will be expecting living with her. And the next very funny moment, which I told at the beginning, do you love me? This phrase can make more than a dozen men mad. Not only that it is quite difficult for many of you to confess your feelings, but when a woman struggles with this question day after day, sometimes even few times during the day, it is generally a disaster. How to understand what girl wants from you if she often asks such a question? For you guys, that's naturally and obvious. If I am with you, if I am providing you, if I still living with you, definitely I love you. But we need reassurance day by day. Sometimes I also can ask my husband really few times a day, just having a special mood. I don't know why I'm asking this idiotic question all the time. Sometimes I can ask the same question in 5 or 10 minutes, and you know what he's answering me? Do you have amnesia? You don't remember? You just asked me 5 minutes ago and I gave you an answer. And I said, and what? Is it difficult for you to give me an answer once again? Just tell me, that's easy. And he said, oh, yeah, for sure. But by this answering, of course, I am not satisfied. And you should be really careful with how you reply on this, everlasting, never ending question: do you love me? So the fact is that a girl needs to be sure that you love her. It is really, really, really important for all of us Ukrainian ladies. And in addition, despite all your romantic actions, no matter how much you show her attention, bring flowers, she always wants to be double sure that you really love her. So feelings must be expressed in words, because you remember we love by our ears, and that's very typical for Ukrainian ladies. If the girl asked such a question when she felt that you somehow distance yourself or cool down, and she urgently needs to know what everything is in order in your relationship, in your family, and to calm down. By the way, the phrase "you don't love me at all" absolutely typical for Ukrainian women. I can tell this phrase even to my friends. If I don't get what I need, or if the answer, no matter I ask something, but if the answer is not fast or not the way I expected it to be, my typical answer can be, okay, now I know you don't love me anymore, or you don't love me at all. So this is really, really, really typical for us, for Ukrainian women. And this phrase can also tell about her lack of confidence in your feelings. So there is no need to be offended. Don't be offended, angry, and try to prove her that she is wrong. It's enough just to hug her tightly and say, well, I love you, of course. You are my small fool. You know, that's very easy. That's very easy. But if you just tell, okay, okay, of course I love you, or yes, or yeah, like stop asking me these idiotic questions. Of course, she won't be satisfied. She will be either offended or will keep asking you again and again and again. So that's very easy, actually, to calm her down. Just hug, just kiss her in the cheek and say, of course, I love you. And I hope you don't doubt that, because you are my everything, something like that. That's easy. If this question is asked often by your lady, by your Ukrainian lady, then to reassure her of your feelings, you can say, looking into her eyes and smiling, yes, I love you. Just don't do it non emotionally and coldly. Don't be rude in response. Otherwise, she will get upset even more and start to suffer, because then she will start to think, more and more and more and more. And if a woman still isn't satisfied by your answer, then it is even more important for her, and therefore she needs more and more kind words from you. So something like, so, how could you doubt my feelings for you, my girl? Of course, I love you very, very, very much, is quite suitable. Only every time she thought must be voiced in a new way, and necessarily with unbridled joy in the voice, not like, oh, of course, I love you. Yeah, just shut up and stop asking me this. Yeah. So, you need to be emotional. How much you can, how much it's possible. How passionate is the girl about her appearance? In order to understand a woman, you need to pay attention to her attitude to her appearance. Undoubtedly, all girls want to look regal, to arouse admiring glances and envy, but obsession over appearance will tell more about self-doubt than about the good qualities of a woman. However, complete indifference to the reflection in the mirror doesn't cause emotion at all, but disgust. That's understandable. The hair is uncombed and dirty sometimes, working all the day in the pajama, some nails not taken care of. You will not invite, of course, such a lady to the circle of your friends or relatives for some special dinner, maybe with your parents. It will be simply shameful. So pay attention to that. And one more point, the figure, the body shape will help to understand the woman too, somehow. And finally, an amazing discovery of psychologists. It turns out that the type of figure of body shape can also tell a lot about the character and typical characteristic of a specific lady, and it helps to understand the girl better. As an experiment, more than 100 women were interviewed, and these are the conclusions the scientists came to. The owners of a narrow waist, you know, and a fragile figure are suitable for romantic men who want to take care of their gentle companion, and girls with a wider waist, not necessarily fat, but like more straight, will become ideal partners for determined and independent men who are looking for an equally combative and faithful girlfriend, like, you struggling together with this life. So it's not always easy, of course, to understand the girl, but if you pay attention to the above mentioned things, guys, and follow the advice of psychologists, you can cope with this task. And emotional connection. Trust is built through emotional connection. A woman needs a man who will be there for her when she needs him, who is ready to take an interest in her and take care of her. Women want to be respected, listened to, heard, and connected to. Give the woman your individual attention, specifically to her. This means this: if she wants to talk to you, turn away from the computer game, put aside the mobile phone, and by your actions demonstrate how important she is to you and what she tells you. Try to feel what your partner is feeling, whether it's logical or not, because we women, especially Ukrainian women, in most cases not logical, absolutely. So your task is understanding, and understanding can be achieved by asking questions. If your partner complains about your best friend, don't offer her a ready-made solution. Don't joke about it. Don't show the less significance of these problems. Don't minimize the problems or importance, and don't take the problem for granted. Ask questions about how she feels and what it all means to her. You need to show really genuine interest. Of course, if you are really interested. But I believe that if you really love the person, everything what concerns her will be interesting for you too. And you should actually understand why that's important. So men believe that there is no point in discussing negative emotions because it's much better to find a solution to the problem and forget about this, right? You are fast and pragmatic. But for women, emotions are an opportunity to establish close contact. Try to remember this the next time your partner wants to share with you her feelings, because if she's discussing that things with you, that means that she really suffer, or it troubles her, it makes her additional stress, and at the same time she respect you and she want to hear your opinion, or maybe she's waiting for some help that you can advise her something or give her a supportive hand or shoulder. Yeah, that's it, guys, for today. Probably I talked too much today, but the topic, I guess, was quite interesting for you, because it's really important to understand us Ukrainian women. And I thought that this lesson, once again, this knowledge, this experience, and even my own experience will be useful for you to understand how much enigmatic, sometimes not logic, we Ukrainian women are. And sometimes it's really difficult to understand us, to be on the same page. But I'm sure after listening all our streams, because our live streamers give you all that from absolutely different points of view, different angles, even from different age groups, will give you the clue for understanding. Yeah, guys. So yeah, probably I talk too much. I need to make some announcement, as always, just a couple of minutes, and then I will be back to answer all your questions. And I will be happy if you have some really good questions for me in regard of this topic. So, are you tired of the hook up dating scene America has become? Have you practically given up on finding a traditional woman who truly wants to settle down with you for a life? Well, if that sounds like you, then you have come to the right place. I assure there is a hope for you, big hope, if you play your cards right. And the more you watch our daily live streams, guys, that's understandable, that's obvious, that the more you will understand what makes us mysterious Ukrainian women tick. And actually, the greater your chances. And of course, we want to tell how grateful we are for the support you provide our project every month. And that's due to you, due to your help and support, we are able to keep it going so far, providing you an opportunity to understand serious marriage minded Slavic women better. Because after all, understanding is, of course, the key to building any successful relationship. As for today, amount of donation, as far as I understood, yesterday we got some donations. Thanks for that. And we still need $608 to cover our monthly cost to run ukrainedating.tv channel in this month. And we would like to express our special gratitude to the top supporters who have generously contributed this month: Alan Weeks and Mark Brusselmans. So far, total donation since May 1st is $292, and total membership since May 1st, $600. Please, guys, discover all the ways you can support our project at www.buymeacoffee.com/Ukraine dating. Link, of course, you can find in the description below this and all the rest of our videos. Your support and encouragement have really been keeping our channel active and thriving. So you motivate us to deliver more engaging live streams in the future. Remember about that, because your support is our chance to keep educating you, and that depends really on you right now, unfortunately. But we have what we have. And once again, I want to congratulate our once in a lifetime members and remind you that there are only one spot left. So please be fast. If somebody really wants to save $10,000 on our lifetime matchmaking, goodness, unlimited dating until you get married. So all terms and conditions in the description below this video. About CamShare, you remember, if you're a member, you should follow just 2 simple steps. Enter the unique StreamYard link and you will be just in the back studio. And please, you must write your full name, your YouTube name for admin verification. And of course, be sure that your camera and video is turned on. So I am here for you, because probably I was talking too much today and gave you probably too much information. But really, I wanted, to give you all info I have in my mind, to make it clearer for you. Maybe these points which I mentioned today and yesterday will give you really better understanding of our psychology. So, hello to everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks. I appreciate that greatly. Bill, hello. Nice to see you. Tracy, thanks for coming. Alan, hello. Thanks. And thanks for your support, for your donation. Yeah. Yeah, but what probably is not with us today, probably busy. Sorry, but yeah. Anyway, we understand. And hello, thanks for coming as well. And as a secret agent. Yeah. Tracy, face it, gentlemen. If she's pregnant, you're going to say the wrong thing no matter what you say. Absolutely, Tracy. We are absolutely extremely sensitive when we are pregnant because all this hormone storm, you are either laughing like an idiot or you're crying from nobody knows why, or you want to eat 2 a.m., or you are sending your husband to buy some salty fish like 4 a.m. to the 24/7 open supermarket, and then he needs to ride the bicycle to find some specific salty fish what you want. And of course, remember, guys, very important thing, we have this tradition, or I don't know, prejudice. You don't have, or you mustn't reject, refuse nothing to pregnant women, because we think, we consider, if you say no to pregnant woman, some unluckiness, some misfortune will follow you from that moment. I don't know how serious it is, but believe me, we Ukrainian women really use this situation in our behalf. So we always get our bonuses, and the man cannot say, and we really use that. Of course, loving men, not loving men, cold men, ignorant men, bad men, men from the small letter M won't follow this rule and will tell easily no, but we are very capricious, demanding, extremely sensitive, touchy, fragile in all possible ways. So these 9 months, oh my God, that's can be turned into hell, but we can't do anything. But you should accept that, because we are like a house for your baby. So you need to appreciate that. That's really hard job to give to somebody life. Yeah. So Tracy, absolutely great comment. Yeah. Gregory, привіт, Віта, я спізнився, але тут. Nice to hear you. Doesn't matter, I told you. Yeah, I understand, guys. You have your life, your business, your job, your relatives. If you're fine, if you came late, that's fine. I still appreciate that you come even for 5-10 minutes, because it's always pleasant to see same people here. For me, that means that my information is interesting and important for you. So that's why even 5 minutes very important for me. Yeah. Alan Weeks, Vita, are you a psychologist? That depends on why you ask. If you want me to show you my diploma, I can't show you my diploma. I don't have a psychologist diploma, but I took some courses while I was in university, pedagogical university, and I am really keen, I'm really fond of psychology. I really read a lot of psychological material, different forums. Plus, I'm not stupid. I like to analyze, to think, and it seems to me I know some psychology somehow. I'm not psychotherapist, of course, no, and I have my own cockroaches in my mind. Yeah, I can be depressed, I can be upset, I can be aggressive sometimes. That's normal, even knowing psychology. But I try to pull myself together, having some basic knowledge and experience. So hopefully you are satisfied with my answer. Tracy, I won't trade you for anyone. A huge pile of cash, maybe. Depends on how big a pile of cash. Yeah. Tracy, don't be so cynic. Don't be so cynic. Jacob, hello, Naughty Vitechka, and everyone. Oh my God, you start learning this small softening of our names. That's cool. You use that correctly. So, Jakobchik, hello. Thanks for using that way. Vitechka, my mom called me Vitechka when she's not angry at me or when she's not pissed off at me. So when she can call me Vitechka. Whenever she say me Vita, means clouds are over my head. So some storm is going to be. Jacob, your question. What is that Ukrainian women ask you the same question but then get mad when you ask them questions more than once? Jacob, that's a silly question because we are talking specifically about the question if you love me. But you can ask, we are not talking about some other questions. Probably the question is not very pleasant. Probably the person want to hide the answer, don't maybe don't doesn't trust you so much or doesn't want to open some secret. That depends. But the question, do you love me or do you still love me, that's absolutely different. That's a king of questions. That question out of the list of all questions. You will hear that really a lot, and sometimes even few times a day, and especially if she feels something is wrong or just we are just like that. Just imagine, I don't know if Western women like to ask this question, but Ukrainian women, that's very typical for us. So be ready for them. And I gave you instruction how you should answer and how you should behave and for what you should pay attention if your lady start asking you these questions few times. That tells you something. So be attentive. Yeah, Jacob, calm her down by getting her a plastic rose from the dollar store or some fries from McDonald's. Oh my God. Yeah, but that's funny. I can laugh from that joke too. Yeah, absolutely. I can agree. That was a really funny joke, Jacob. But I hope in real life you won't do like that because that won't work. You're gonna get some heat by this plastic rose over your face. So be careful, or your fry can be thrown out of the window. So hopefully that was just a joke, not your mindset. Alan, I think Vita is trying to point out not to talk to a Ukrainian lady because as soon as you say something in her opinion that she doesn't like, she will be upset at you. No, Alan, no, no, no. That's not too extreme way, not too extreme way. Ukrainian woman is just a woman and just a person you're going to build some relationship for the further life. You guys are not clowns. You are not entertainers. You're not servants. You're not victims. You are equal partners. So by telling you all these, my main motive, my main motto is not just like you should serve Ukrainian woman just to keep her. You should running around her all day, bringing her flowers every day, being patient about not having sex for 6 months, and no matter she's upset or not, you just make like, oh, please, can you tell me what's wrong? What I did wrong? Not, I'm not telling you this. Don't misunderstand. I just want to point out that Ukrainian women, they are really a little bit different psychologically from Western ladies because we have different bringing up, different family models, and no, naturally, genetically, we are a little bit different. Yeah, we are physiologically okay, but even difference between Russian and Ukrainian women, I explained you not the one time. So just for your better understanding what to expect from relationship with Ukrainian lady and just to be ready for some moments because sometimes you guys ask me, oh, I don't understand about dating with Ukrainian lady, what to expect if she behaves like that, what I should do, should I tell something or should I shut up or should I bring some flowers or should I just close the door and go. So that's just for your better adjustment in the future, kind of training, kind of instructions to make the future issues, possible issues, not necessarily that these issues will occur in your relationship, but mostly possible they will occur, just for you to know what to be ready for and just in case to know how to react on such situations, not to spoil everything. So my main target is to teach you, to get you ready, to prepare you for something, and to teach you what to do in this situation. That's it. That's it. Jacob, you are saying that women aren't logical all the time. I am shocked. Yeah, we are some women can have logic, yeah, but we have our special logic, women's logic. And sometimes in most cases that doesn't coincide with the man's logic, global logic, logic things. Sometimes we have absolutely different vision of things, and that what means actually women's logic. So yeah, don't be shocked, just get ready and prepare well. Mhm. Bill, we all enjoyed seeing Vita's wedding dress photos and food on last stream. Hope she shares future memories. Yeah, I have a lot of photos I would like to show you. Yeah, but sometimes that, I guess, as I am a woman, I can share with you photos of my kids, of my puppy, like nice positions, photos of my plants. I don't think if it will be interesting for everybody. Yeah, like for example, my day was very busy today. Today is very hot, and today, guys, before stream, I planted 100 tomatoes in the heat. So I replant them actually from greenhouse into open air. 100 tomatoes. So you can imagine 5 minutes makeup, change dressing, and I'm here, not tired, smiling, cheerful, excited, motivated. And that's all for you guys. Normally, when I came back home, I could hardly move my body, and I still need to plant like 30 or 40 more and then replant cucumbers, squashes, pumpkins, and watermelons. But that will be like next couple of days. But still, yeah, I managed to plant today around 100 tomatoes. So you can say me like I'm kind of hero. Yeah. Juan, hello, good evening, good evening. Thanks for coming. Mhm. Juan, Vita the brain, the way you explain it, a pregnant woman may have multiple personality disorder. Absolutely, but that's true. That's true, guys. You need to know. Pregnant woman, she has personality disorder. Yeah, that's absolutely different person. The reactions can be absolutely opposite. Her taste, even for food, for drinks, for everything, may be different. She will be sleepy, she will be sicking, she will be vomiting, she will be tired all the time. If she didn't like salty things, now she will be crazy about salty things or spicy things. If she never ate oranges, now she can start eating kilograms of that. And the combination of food can be absolutely, oh my god, like I like to eat some sweet bread with raisins, and on top I could put like mayonnaise and ketchup, and that was like, oh, cool, perfectly, finally I'm satisfied. So yeah, because that's all hormone system games, not like we want to behave like that, but we don't have other way out. So we have to be like we are. Ватватичек, привет, Виточка. I see schedule changed. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, first it was scheduled for 6 p.m. Ukrainian time and then for 5. So I'm sorry to confuse you. But that's fine. That's fine. You got some rest from me. Just relax from me. Yeah. Sorry for confusion for you. But it's okay. Yeah, but I didn't see that it was changed from 17 to 16. Sorry. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Yeah. Bill, Vita, we understand that your mother watches occasionally and we would like to say hello to her from our man. Oh, yeah, sometimes my mom really can watch occasionally. But as I said before, I really don't like when my mom watches my streams because she's an English teacher. And first of all, she pays attention to my mistakes, which of course I'm making quite a lot. That's understandable. I'm not in English native speaker, right? But still, mom will pay attention to all my mistakes, and every time she watches, she can, of course, be very strict, like, I told you, learn rules better than in the school, or practice better now, something like that. But I hope you will forgive me my mistakes. You understand me quite well. I hope my English is understandable for you guys. So yeah, but if she is watching, yeah, hello, will be fine. She will be pleased, of course. Thanks for that, Bill. Thanks for mentioning. What? I will have to rewatch the stream later after Yulia's stream to see topic. Yeah, watch, I guess, would be interesting for you, I hope. Info seeker. Hello, beautiful Vita. Are you a rebel? Yeah, you stand for what you believe in. Amen. Have you seen Think Ukrainian, Alan? Yeah, I am a rebellious person. Honestly, I'm very rebellious person. Though I'm not the person of conflict, I'm not the person of fighting, but I always will be fighting for my rights, for things which I consider right. But I have logic. I'm not typical woman. Don't sometimes I can, but remember, I I am distinguishing, defining the right and the bad things absolutely correctly. So yeah, but I'm really a rebellious person. Yeah, if I see some unfairness, some dishonesty, somebody's rights are depraved, deprived, sorry, so I always will stand for the right, not only for my own rights, but for another people whom I think this injustice is going. So yeah, a little bit, yeah, I'm rebel, not a little bit, but yeah. And if I believe in something, yeah, I will fight for that till the last. Jacob, I'm taking that from personal experience and not specifically about your question. Ah, okay. Sorry if I gave too much explanation to a question. Yeah. Yeah, guys. What? Uh, no, Alan, your question, what if I'm a rodeo clown? Yeah, I don't think you're a clown. I don't think that's not just, but rodeo, yeah, and racing can be dangerous. So I explained you yesterday, your lady, that can bring really a lot of stress. If she is not so much crazy as you are in a good way, and she likes adrenaline in her life, then it will be a good, great couple. But if the lady is just, calm and she doesn't like danger, risk, adrenaline, then she will be very nervous. You will bring her a lot of stress because honestly, she will be worrying constantly for you. Yeah. But what's the temperature over there, Vita? You say it was it is hot. It is extremely hot, guys. We have like plus 27, 28, 28. Sorry, in the shadow. So you can imagine you can add plus 10 at least, and then you will get the temperature on the sun. And when you need to plant bending, standing and bending for 100 tomatoes in such a temperature, oh my God, that's a little bit difficult, but I have to. I need to save my plants, and I need to get my tomatoes no matter what. Especially, I told you, this year I made these small greens by myself, not bought at the marketplace as I used to do previous years, but that's expensive, so I decided to do myself. And plus, in addition, I had a great chance to choose breeds, sorts, what I really like, what I really wanted to try. Among them, even some American breeds like American violet tomato, something like that. So we'll see. I will share with you. I will share with you photos. Hopefully I will get my tomatoes. Yeah, but it's really hot. Tracy, it's been a while since we have had a chicken report. For last couple of weeks, chickens were not so obedient. maybe 2 3 eggs a day, not so much. Now starting bed again, like 4 5 a day, quite good. Chad is absolutely disobedient, aggressive jerk. He start to get punishment every time. Now, when we come into the barn trying to get some eggs, oh my God, he's attacking. My younger daughter wanted to go to get some egg to the barn by herself, but I didn't let her because the child is really huge right now. Oh my God, huge, like an eagle, really huge. Wide chest, big one, and he's attacking whoever is coming, even when we are trying to feed them, not trying, but we bring food and water, he's attacking. So quite aggressive. But that's fine. We have a long wooden stick just in case. And yeah. And by the way, when we enter the barn, we need to put on quite high rubber boots, because in order not to be injured by him, just in case. Yeah. Vita, if she if she doesn't like pickles, you'll have to buy 5 jars just to stock up for a few days. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, pickles, salty fish, a lot of specific food which she may probably never ate in normal life when she wasn't pregnant. Jacob, have a great day, Vitechka, and everyone. Yeah, guys, I see we have a little bit overtime. Yeah, Chasky. Chasky Rock Boy, hello, thanks for coming. You're welcome. First time, I guess you're coming from Oseti, sorry, Dakota, Sakonvin, Dakota, Lakota, Nakota. We love you and support you. USA and Russia are responsible for this, and the UN, United Nation. Yeah, I love and stand with Ukraine. Thanks for support. Thanks for thinking about us. Thanks for support. Yeah, we we get some attacks again for Kiev. Sumy region is again, yesterday we got 131 incoming hits, just Sumy region, just location. Today, since morning, we heard a lot of booms, explosions, but not right here, a little bit far, but we are fine. Thanks God. So thanks for your kind words. We appreciate it greatly. Yeah, what? 27, 28. Really hot. Really hot. My plants are burning. I tried to make some shadow on my roses, on some plants. Yeah. Mhm. Tom. Bill, I realized it's not for me. I gave them to a friend that has chickens and they get free eggs now. Haha. Yeah. Every live creature demands attention, patience, knowledge, experience, and a lot of work and efforts. Yeah, it's not just to give them food sometimes. Yeah, but I can understand. That's fine. If you can have free eggs, that's cool. That's cool. So, guys, I have to go and I have to let you go. First of all, today is Saturday, and I know that all of you have your own personal plans for this weekend. And want to say thanks once again for everybody who joined me today, who came here today. I hope that information was useful and nice for you. Tomorrow we're gonna continue this series, part number 3. It will be about who asked me this question yesterday, Renee, about how to understand why she's pissed off and what to do, and what you, by the way, also you asked that question. So how to react and what to do if you look at your lady and you ask what's wrong, she's smiling you, but at the same time she want to chat. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. So join me tomorrow. Will be absolutely normal time as always. No rescheduling. 4 p.m. Ukrainian time, which is 9 a.m. Eastern time. Пока-пока to everybody. I love all of you. Be happy. Have a great Saturday. I will wait for you tomorrow here. And please join me tomorrow. Whoever has the possibility to support, remember, guys, we have just 10 days till the end of May, and we really need your help and your support. So the link you can find below the video. I love you. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for your attention and time, guys, and nice words. Goodbye.